The 2024 regular season is in the rear-view mirror, and all that's left before we put the entire year to bed is Super Bowl 59. While the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles are gearing up for that bid to hoist the Lombardi Trophy, most clubs around the league are looking back and evaluating the year that was. And we'll join in on that fun by looking at every team in the NFL and identifying their team-specific MVP for the regular season. Of course, quarterbacks will make up a sizable contingent in this list of MVPs, given the importance of the position. Still, both sides of the ball and multiple position groups will also be well represented. Let's dive in. Arizona Cardinals. Trey McBride. McBride followed up his breakout 2023 season with a sensational 2024 campaign. In 16 games played, McBride hauled in 111 receptions, which was the second most in a single season in franchise history, only looking up to DeAndre Hopkins' 115-catch season in 2020. McBride's receptions also ranked fourth among all pass catchers in the NFL in 2024 and second most among tight ends. Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson. Even as the Falcons' offense went through a tumultuous year that included a late-season quarterback change, Robinson was lights out in the backfield. Of his 17 games played, Robinson had 12 games where he registered at least 100 yards from scrimmage, including 10 of the Falcons' final 12 games of the year as they looked to make a playoff push. Robinson was also more efficient as a rusher than he was during his rookie season, averaging 4.8 yards per rush. Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Baltimore had a number of worthy candidates, Kyle Hamilton, Derrick Henry, etc. But how could we not go with Jackson in this spot? After all, he was named a first-team All-Pro and seems earmarked to win his third career MVP award. This comes after the best statistical season of his career, reaching new highs in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and yards per attempt. Jackson became the first player in NFL history to record over 4,000 yards passing and 900 yards rushing in a single season. Buffalo Bills. James Cook. Of course, Josh Allen is an obvious and worthy option here, as he was a second-team All-Pro this season and will probably come in second place in the overall league MVP award race. But let's give Cook some love. When Buffalo's offense was humming at its peak, it was when Cook was finding success on the ground. In his third season in the league, Cook tied a Bills single-season record with 16 rushing touchdowns. Carolina Panthers. Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard was one of the unsung players of 2024 and unfortunately had his season cut short due to a calf injury. When he was on the field, however, he was one of the consistent forces within Carolina's offense. He set career highs across the board and finished with 1,366 yards and 11 total touchdowns from scrimmage. Hubbard also parlayed the strong season into a 4-year, $33.2 million extension in early November. Chicago Bears. Jalen Johnson. It was another forgetful year for the Chicago Bears that included a mid-season coaching change. But Johnson continues to be a bright spot in the secondary. The corner earned his second consecutive Pro Bowl nod in 2024 after playing all 17 games for Chicago while posting 8 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and 53 total tackles. Cincinnati Bengals. Ja'Marr Chase. It's a shame that the Bengals couldn't get it together and make a better run at the playoffs, as that failure has taken a bit of the shine off of the ridiculous season Chase put together. The Bengals superstar wideout finished with a triple crown, leading the league in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. There's really nothing more Cincinnati could have asked from Chase, who is now in line to get a monster contract extension this offseason. Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett. It'll be interesting to monitor Garrett this offseason as a potential trade candidate, with the Browns possibly hitting the reset button. Looking back on the 2024 season, the pass rusher continues to be one of the best in the league and was again a lone bright spot for the Browns overall. He was named a first-team All-Pro for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons after totaling 14 sacks, 22 tackles for a loss, and 3 forced fumbles. Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. Even with Dak Prescott being limited to just 8 games this season due to injury, Lamb was still able to help the Cowboys' offense produce with Cooper Rush under center. The star pass catcher was named a second-team All-Pro after catching 101 passes for 1,194 yards and 6 touchdowns. Denver Broncos. Patrick Surtain, too. Surtain continues to rival for the title as the NFL's top cornerback. The Broncos defender logged his third straight Pro Bowl season in 2024 and was named a first-team All-Pro for the second time in 3 seasons. Surtain headlined a Broncos defense that was among the very best in the league in most statistical categories, including the second fewest yards per play allowed. Surtain had 11 passes defended this season to go with 4 interceptions. Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs. At their core, the Detroit Lions were a ground-and-pound football team, and Gibbs was the key catalyst in those efforts. One part of the Sonic and Knuckles backfield duo alongside David Montgomery, Gibbs put together a sensational second season in the NFL, totaling 1,929 yards and 20 touchdowns from scrimmage. He also carried the load when Montgomery missed the latter half of the season due to injury, including a 3-touchdown performance in Week 18 against the Vikings to help clinch Detroit the #1 seed. Green Bay Packers. Xavier McKinney, the other former Giants player who had a tremendous first season away from New York, was McKinney. After inking a 4-year, $67 million contract with the Packers last offseason, the corner went out and put together a first-team All-Pro season in 2024. In 17 games played, McKinney finished the year with 88 tackles, a sack, 11 pass breakups, and 8 interceptions. In coverage, he allowed just a 78.5 passer rating against Houston Texans. Derek Stingley Jr. Stingley had all the tools to be a shutdown cornerback in the NFL, and that was on full display during his 3rd season in the league. In 17 games played, Stingley broke up 18 passes and had 5 interceptions, which helped him earn his first Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro nods in his young career. As the primary defender in coverage, he allowed just 47.1% of his targets against to be completed and a 51.2 passer rating. Indianapolis Colts. Zaire Franklin. Franklin has been a productive linebacker for the Colts over the last few years, but took it to new heights in 2024. For the first time in his 7-year career, Franklin was named as an All-Pro, second team, and to the Pro Bowl. This comes after a league-leading 173 tackles to go with 3.5 sacks, career high, 6 pass breakups, and 5 forced fumbles. Jacksonville Jaguars. Brian Thomas Jr. It didn't matter who was throwing him the football. Thomas Jr. produced at an elite level during his rookie season. Despite losing his starting quarterback in Trevor Lawrence and having to turn to backup Mac Jones at various points during the season, Thomas completed his first year in the league with 87 receptions, 1,280. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like. Your support motivates us to create even better content. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. Also, share this video with your friends so they can enjoy it too. We always look forward to your comments, so feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you.